Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Vitamin 3, bringing you guys a brand new video. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about my paranormal activity experience, but you already know what it is. Back on Ghost Free for All, if I can find it right here. So you may notice right off the bat that I'm currently dealing with a battle wound. Yeah, I have to work with this thing, so I'm going to have to put a big freaking bandage on this thing. And it's gonna be interesting, you know. I couldn't control being attacked like that. It was a very scary experience. Alright, but let's go ahead and get into today's topic. So, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about this place that I went to. Because, you know, I've always had this obsession ever since I saw, like, Phase Adapt do this. Of going to, like, a haunted or, like, an abandoned place. Just stuff like that. It just always seems to interest me. So, you know, being my stupid ass, I decided, oh, well, I'm gonna do this. My ex-girlfriend lived down the country, was just hit me up. It's like, you want to go ghost hunting? I was like, you know, I'm not really feeling it, but there's this place in Indianapolis called Central State Hospital that was abandoned years and years ago. Now this place, I'll tell you a little bit of history about it. I don't know too much about it, but I do know that there is these like catacombs or like these tunnels under Indianapolis that all connected to the hospital, and it was for like insane patients or whatever, however you described them back then. Oh my god, IEDs, dude. But yeah, so I did a little homework on this place before I actually went here for the first time. You know, I looked at the pictures. I thought it was so creepy, you know, just the way it looked and on Google and stuff. But you know, we actually did end up going there. They don't like have an exact address, just because it's not really open to the public necessarily, and it's on police property. Which also doesn't make sense because there's also apartments on top of the property where that stuff got, well, yeah, most of it got torn down actually. Back in the day, it was like, it's really haunted and stuff is what they say, and it was a really like scary place. They did a lot of like crazy shit to patients back then. But you know, I went there with my ex and her friend and uh, sorry, and some other drunk guy, which by the way was just so annoying. Couldn't stand him. He was just acting so stupid. I mean, I don't know why he decided to get drunk for doing that, but it's whatever. So yeah, we pull up there, you know, downtown Indy, like west side, kind of like ghetto area, whatever you want to call it. This place is like massive. I'll probably show a picture of what it looks like. Oh, buddy, you're trash. Um, yeah, it's not public at all. Like you're not supposed to be there. So we show up there, and the first thing we notice, well, we actually had to park kind of far away, like near this like museum of the insane asylum. Like this property's pretty big. But you know, like I said, the police run on it. We parked and we walked like a good, you know, mile. We actually saw some people just walking out in the wilderness. They weren't saying anything. It was actually really creepy. That was the first thing I noticed. They just random dudes just walking out in the distance. So there's the first thing we saw was like I think it was like some kind of like, I don't know, some like, I think it was like a school or some sleeping quarters or something. I just saw a lot of restrooms. They actually like chain locked everything completely. I mean, at this point, her friend and my ex were just all freaking out. And I'm just sitting here trying to break into this like door, and it says, it's all this graffiti on the wall, you know, scary stuff. I wish I recorded some of it, like actually being there. I was just a little nervous. Like I brought my flashlight, my knife. Like I was ready, you know, I was ready to find some freaking evil spirits or something. So, you know, this building we couldn't even get into, but I got into a little bit, and they were actually like redoing it or something. I'm not really sure. This place has been found by and been to by like hundreds of people. I'd like to actually go with like a group of friends and record something like this. So yeah, we move on to the main building, and that's the picture I'm showing you guys right now. Um, but dude, that place is just freaky. Like we went there around like damn near midnight, and I'm just looking at this big like state building. It's just, oh dude, it's so sketchy. So you know, we went and looked around it a little bit, and it was just really dark and stuff. I actually went down the stairs towards, because there was no actual way to get inside of it, because police like chain locked it and did all this certain stuff to where you can't. But there's actually a ladder that goes to the top. I was a little bit scared about that. I didn't want to do that, obviously. So I decided to, you know, Go down the stairs into the catacombs, which are the underground tunnels. First thing I know is there's a graffiti on the wall that says "Hell awaits. You'll not get out." And yeah, at this point, my friends are freaking out. I'm the only one who actually stepped foot inside the underground tunnels. They're really short. I'm 6'3", so you can imagine. It was like a 6 foot. They're like 6 foot tunnels. That's about as high as it went. So I'm just in there, dude, and there's like paperwork still on the ground from back then, and like clothes and shit. I was freaking out. I was actually kind of nervous. But yeah, I decided to step out of there, and we weren't actually gonna go in there right away. We were just gonna, get like a good feel of the area before we did anything, because we didn't want to get caught being inside of something like that, because that's obviously public trespassing or private property trespassing. So we go around like the main entrance. This place is ridiculous. Like it's seeing stuff from like the early 1900s. Um, that always just seems to amaze me. I like history and stuff like that. I've always just had a passion for like abandoned insane asylums. So we ended up going around like, oh man, I wish I had pictures of it, but the entrance was like all grass and everything, like it was all hidden and stuff. It was like super low key. We go around the right side and we notice in our top right that there was a camera that was literally following like all of our movements and whatnot. And I looked right at it in the face and I was like, whoa. And everyone's like, run, run. So yeah, everyone took off and started running besides me. I'm just sitting here, obviously. And then, you know how the story goes. Freaking cops rolled up to our location. We actually were able to outrun them at the time. So, yeah, I got pretty lucky on that. And that's really it. We didn't really do a whole lot. They got spooked out so quick. I don't understand. But, I mean, obviously I want to do something like that again. That was just always, it's just fun to me. So yeah, that's like my haunted insane asylum abandoned experience. Just thought I'd tell you guys that a little bit. Next video will probably be about my trip to California that I actually took like 2 months ago. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. I don't even need to say that. Outro's got the rest. Peace out.